recent times, us humans, we decided that the natural order of things, the way nature seamlessly and organically unfolds, is at times not really compatible or not really aligned with our desires. So, what do we do about it? We hard-headedly decided to start tinkering with and manipulating the world around us. And whether you think that's a good or a bad thing, a byproduct of such an intervention yielded in really polluted water, unfortunately. So, if you take a moment to consider that us humans and virtually all other organic life is primarily made out of water, at least I would say that one's experience and capacity to flourish through life is going to be inhibited if their core essence is contaminated. So, having this apocalyptic realization coupled with my desire to do something about it, I basically did some research, looked at some filters, and I came across this company called Radiant Life. And just to clarify, I don't have any connection or relationship with the brand. I'm just a customer that bought their product. But through the research that I did, it seems like their stuff is just cream of the crop, as good as it gets. And the main filter that I got from them is this whole house filter that basically cleans all the water that goes throughout your house. And if I'm remembering correctly, it cleans like 95% of all possible things that could be in your water. So for things like washing your hands, showering, brushing your teeth, it's a humongous improvement. But when it comes to drinking water, this company decided to take it a step further with, they're ready for this? This is a mouthful. A 14-stage biocompatible water purification system. That's the thing I got installed under the sink for the drinking water. And literally, it's just insane. Basically, the first 7 stages just cleans the water as stringently as you could possibly clean anything. Reverse osmosis of the highest caliber, deionization, just the whole 9 yards, right? And because that's such a intense filtration process, it actually takes a long time to do, so you're not going to have all water just constantly just flowing through it at like a fast speed, which is why there's a buffer tank where that water slowly trickles in, so when you turn on the faucet, you'll always have some water ready on hand. So that tank just holds the completely clean water, and then the last 7 stages basically reconstitute and remineralize the water. And one of the things that really blew me away when I was reading, the manual to this product, just seeing that the company understands how at the core everything is a vibration. So even after water's been physically purified, there's still residual energetic, let's say, metadata that can be kept in the water that's suboptimal, which is why in one of the last 7 stages they have a magnet that just neutralizes it combined with a UV light that sterilizes it. It's the most all-encompassing thing for creating water that most accurately mimics nature's most highest quality water. So I've had it for maybe a week or so now, and I remember specifically the very first night after drinking a few gallons of it because I was so excited. My dreams were just wild. Not in a positive or negative direction, but literally as if you just take the intensity knob of my dreams and just increase it, it was just wild. Don't know why that was, but that was just an interesting thing that I noticed. But anyway, that's just something that I'm super excited about. Water, having clean water. If you guys are interested in anything water related, you're obviously more than welcome to do your research. And if you need some recommendations on water filtering systems, I know there's this company called AquaTrue. They make a really popular over-the-counter water filter that's a few $100s, and there's so many companies that make different filters with different degrees of filtration and stuff. But I'm pretty sure the Radiant Life one is the cream of the crop for an in-house system. But yeah, something that I'm, like I said, very excited for. Figured I'd share it with you guys. So anyway, with that being said, let's proceed with the rest of the video.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground. So typically, I like to do legs push pull when it comes to my weightlifting split, but lately I've decided to switch it up, and right now, for the past maybe month or two, I've been basically doing full body or upper lower either every day or every other day, and then, every once in a while, like every 3 days. So the reasoning for that is basically, I mean, you guys know that I'm dealing with some injuries, but a way to think about it is, for example, like the way that muscles grow. Let's go back to just the straight up like 101 basics of bodybuilding, the whole hypertrophy thing. It's basically you're stimulating, let's use the term micro trauma to your muscles, right? And then they heal and they recover. And then more trauma, more heal, more trauma, more heal. This back and forth dance until the muscle just over time, is visibly larger. But the reason that's able to happen is because the recovery rate is exceeding the damage rate or the micro trauma rate, right? So if we apply that same concept when it comes to, someone getting injured, right? When you're weightlifting, working out, it's obviously not just the muscles that are getting stimulated. There's other soft tissue, connective tissue, tendons, joints, ligaments, all that type of stuff, right? So those things, and even your bones are, experiencing slow, little doses of micro trauma. So if your form is suboptimal, right, and you're putting more stress on certain, parts of your body than others, and the weight isn't being evenly distributed amongst all the muscle groups like it should be, like if you had correct form, right? Assuming you don't have correct form in an area of your body, your joint or ligament, whatever it may be, is under more stress, right? In the short term, it's not really going to be a problem. You're not even going to notice really anything. Everything's going to seem to be fine. But slowly and slowly and slowly over time, your rate of micro trauma to that part of your body is soon going to supersede your body's ability to recover. And then the way that that's going to appear itself to you is just an injury, boom, like out of the blue, sharp pain, snap, something like that, where you're going to feel like, oh, wow, it's just an unfortunate, like isolated incident. But in reality, it's more than likely just a lot of bad technique, a lot of damage happening over time, and you're not giving your body an opportunity to heal itself. So that's basically why I'm like using like ridiculously lightweight, relatively high reps, moderate amount of sets, just filming everything, watching my form, trying to make sure it's as ideal as it could possibly be. And I've been using like BPC 157 in the shoulder, like the peptide TB500. You guys could look into that. And going to the sauna, using the Terra massage gun like thing. Just basically right now my training is very easygoing, just cruising, just basically giving my body more time to heal, so then all my bases are covered. So when that's all good, I can move into, my old school heavy-ish type workouts. Because if I just go back to the heavy workouts now, it's probably going to be a problem in the future. I'm going to injure myself. So I need to fix all my movement patterns, fix my base, and then work from there.